You can come up with a universal basic income. I'm sure everybody, it sounds wonderful. Who's going to pay for it? Where's the money going to come from? That's my question again. Sure, MMT, more money today, says just print it. I've seen this rodeo. It's not my first rodeo. I know that you can print it all day long, and it's fantastic. But eventually, that falls apart. It always has anyway, and I don't see why it would be different this time. Throughout history, when you have people lose confidence in money or governments, all of us peasants have some gold and silver in the closet. We have some silver under the bed over there. We forget what the politicians say, forget the academics. We're going to have some gold and silver hidden away, and I will too. And I will have more. I just don't know when I'm going to buy more. The most important things are to be prepared because it's not going to be fun when we have problems next time. It never is fun, but next time is going to be worse because the debt is so high. So what I am trying to do with my daughters and everybody is to make sure that they develop their own personal skills. They both speak perfect Chinese, for instance. So I'm trying to prepare them for what perhaps will be the 21st century. If I'm right, Chinese is going to be an extremely important language in their lifetime. And so that's one of the things I'm trying to prepare them for. It's no good, though, to say to somebody, look, you got to learn to play basketball if they don't like basketball. Well, my girls don't particularly like basketball, so I'm trying to learn as a parent to help them emphasize the things they like. Well, I have been teaching them since they were born that they must save their money. One of the first things I did was to give them piggy banks, 6 piggy banks to be exact, so that they would learn that when you get money, you save it. Money is not to be spent, it's to be saved and ultimately invested. As you know, many people's lives have been destroyed because they didn't understand money. They ran up debts, they didn't have savings, they didn't invest. So the most important thing that I wanted them to learn was money is to be saved and invested, not spent. And I think that is sinking into them. So far, so good. I have learned that you cannot do enough homework, research, preparation. There's always more you can do, and you better do it, because something will hit you out of left field otherwise. Belief is not enough. You got to really know what's going on. Don't believe in belief, believe in facts. Believe in reality. Make sure you know that you are right. Because if you just get passionate or hope or believe something, you're probably going to suffer a lot. So my main advice to everybody is just stay with what you know, and then there won't be too much belief. It'll be based on reality. And when things go wrong, you will know better than most what to do and how to react. If you just believe something, you're probably not going to know what to do. You're probably not going to know how to react when it goes against you. So nobody likes to hear this advice, Jake, but the answer is just stay with what you know. If I told you could only have 20 investments in your life, you wouldn't jump in and out of things. You wouldn't jump into things that you heard on the TV or something, and you would be better prepared. Because then when something goes wrong, you will know what to do. Never before in recorded history has debt been so high. Unfortunately, the United States is the largest debtor nation in world history. No nation, I don't like saying any of this, Jake. I'm an American citizen, voter, taxpayer like you, but it's the highest debt that any nation in the history of the world has ever had. I knew for many years that America was building up its debt. I knew that our politicians were incompetent and out of control, but no, I never expected it to go this high before it collapsed. We will have a collapse someday because history shows it always happens, but I never expected to get this high. Okay, so let's say we have a new Bretton Woods. What are they going to do? Wipe out the debt? Well, there are a lot of creditors who are not going to be particularly happy if they wipe out the debt. Endowments, insurance companies, pension plans, they're not going to be very happy if all of a sudden they found out the debt is wiped out. So sure, we can have a new Bretton Woods. We can all drink good wine and lots of tea and coffee, but what's the answer? And that's the problem right now, because the debt is the highest level ever in recorded history. And to repeat, America is the single largest debtor nation in world history. It's never happened like this before. When will this end? I don't know. I'm not very good at market timing. At the moment, markets around the world are skyrocketing, nearly all markets. But that always comes to an end eventually. I'm not shorting anything right now, but I can see bubbles starting to form in some assets. So this is it's always in. Jake, I've been to this movie. I've seen this movie before. I know how it ends. I don't know when it's going to end, but I know in the next couple of years it's going to end, and it's not going to be fun. It is certainly happening all over the world. America's not the only. I mean, we apparently, according to the numbers, have been hit worse by the virus than any other nation, and who knows if the numbers are valid or not. But it's certainly gotten worse and has not helped anybody. There are many companies, families, countries that are suffering, and it's not, unfortunately, it's not over yet. At least in most places, it's not over yet.
Before we continue, help us clicking that YouTube like button and subscribe now to our channel. This shows the algorithm that you valued this information, and it helps us spread that message. Sharing is caring. And now, let's continue.
Do you want to know one thing about crypto? I made over 3000% in profit in a few weeks. Fact is, the traditional financial system, the traditional money system makes you poor, not rich. If you want to earn $500,000, $1 million, you have to wait until you're 50, 60, 70 in the traditional financial system, and you probably will still be broke. And you will be old. This is not a sexy combination, as you can imagine. But the question is, how can you start in crypto and make these profits? Where to invest? Where to start? My name is Gunnar and I'm from Germany, as you can hear, and things are a little bit different in Germany. More about that later on. Fact is, there are lots of different cryptocurrencies. It's a gigantic universe where beginners and professionals get easily lost. But there is light at the end of the tunnel. There are 7 key steps you need to follow to become successful in this market. You have to know them, and if you fail one of them, it's literally impossible to succeed in this market. Just an example, one of the key points is your exchange, and one of the biggest are, for example, Binance and Coinbase. These are trusted and well-established exchanges, but, and this is a big but, you won't find the super profitable coins on those exchanges. The unknown super profitable coins that get gigantic profits are not traded on those kind of exchanges. They are traded on much smaller insider platforms that are barely known. And I can tell you what those super secret exchanges are and why they are so profitable. And another super important thing are the right information sources. The point is, the internet is gigantic. There are hundreds and hundreds of YouTube channels, blogs, pages, and much more. And there are also market makers and influencers. For example, Elon Musk, he is not a crypto guy, but the moment he recommended Dogecoin, it went through the roof, to the moon, so to say. But why did he recommend it? Where did he hear it from? He didn't hear it from newspapers. And believe me, he is listening to someone. But you have to know who, and you have to react before he is reacting. This is really, really important. And these are only 2 of the 7 steps you have to follow in order to be successful in crypto. And if you want to know all of these steps in much more detail, and if you want to have a comprehensive checklist, here's what you should do. There is a link below this video. Click on this link and you will get the opportunity to subscribe to my channel. Click on the link and you will see a video where I explain the next steps. So see you soon. Click on the link now. I'll see you there.